Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Michelle Flawless. Today I am going to make an announcement that might shock everyone and might even please my ex-parents, but who knows. Here it goes. Through the hardship, through the pain, through the torment, through the drama, through the constant of belittling from LGBT towards me in the past, from the constant hatred, from the constant depravity, mainly of gay men in my life, mainly always being pushed or forced into trying to become something that I'm not, or no matter how you try and act or be towards the LGBT, you are always labelled a bad person, or you try your hardest to fit in so much amongst the LGBT trans community, but you can't because they're actually transphobic and homophobic themselves. Michelle has made a very hard, difficult decision over the last year or so, and I'm not gay. I'm actually a woman that is trapped deep down in the wrong body, and it's took me a long time to realise this, but gay men do not interest me whatsoever. I think the final straw that broke the camel's back was when I was in Edinburgh and my ex-boyfriend approached the courts, went to the police, came up with a fake name of Miss Cameron Joanna Burns, which is a load of bollocks, went to the police, tried to get me charged, that didn't work, and had me done for battery, which was a load of bollocks, all because I basically asked him to shut up when I was trying to watch a TV programme. Know what I mean? So yeah, that is the straw that broke the camel's back, and I have figured out to myself, and I have learned the hard way, that getting with any other gay men in particular, it just never seems to work out. There always seems to be arguments, there always seems to be fights, there always seems to be unhappiness, and that is not the way I want to go in my life. Fair enough, if I ended up a single woman all my life, then I don't care. I very much doubt it, but I do not have 100% time for gay men in my life anymore. They ruined my gay life, LGBT did, especially Norwich gay scene years ago in Norwich when I was living in Norwich. They ruined my life. They came for me. They put my face all in the papers about the hospital bomb threat years and years and years ago. This is just another reason why I refuse to support LGBT, and I strongly recommend anybody out there that does support LGBT for you to go to church and for you to bring this man into your life, because he has found me peace. He has made me find myself. He has repaired my heart condition. He got me off drugs. He is our one and almighty creator. And what are people doing these days? Celebrating LGBT like it's some kind of fucking free-for-all party. It's not. As far as I'm concerned, LGBT and my life regarding LGBT ended 7 years ago. Because I don't even look at men anymore. Men do not actually interest me whatsoever. You know, it just gets like that, unfortunately. And I think it's a load of bollocks. Gay men out there, regardless if they're gay or straight, a lot of this goes on these days as well. There are so many gay men that are deliberately becoming a woman and dressing up as a woman because they don't want to be gay bashed or because they fear about being attacked. Tough. Welcome to the real life welcome to the fucking real world. Don't you think straight people have to put up with the same kind of discrimination against them? It's tough. It really is. If I have to stand up into the UK government and get Keir Starmer to I can't fucking talk, ban gay pride, then I will. Because it's not healthy for children. It's not. I don't agree with it. I've seen what it can do to myself. I've seen what it does to other people. And I am 110% against it. Half of LGBT men are not right in the head. Half of them do drugs. That is not the type of scene or the type of environment I want to be socialising with anymore. Once in a blue moon, I'll go to a gay bar. Why do I go to a gay bar for? No, not really to socialise with other men, because I like to go and have a drink and I like to take the piss out of them. That's the truth. Sorry about a little spot there. I cut myself last night shaving. Oh well. But yeah, I just do not have time for any more drama or men in my life, because any other man that I try to become close to, they've always hurt me deep down. They're like, don't want to be, like, 1 minute they're interested in me, then they're not, then it's all about the sex, then it's about the money, then, do you know what I mean? And I just can't deal with it. It's more of a head fuck, you know what I mean? I do not know, you tell me guys out there, how a gay couple can stay together for years and years and years and become a happy couple. By all means, if you can, then I think, do you know what? Fuck me, hands up to you. But you might as well fucking cry your heart out to Jesus to calm down, which I have, to help you out. Because half a gay men, I'm just going to say it how it is, they ain't right in the head. They are not right in the head. I had a recent comment on my TikTok video, and somebody said, it was in a different language, but I googled it and I found out what it meant. But somebody basically told me to go to, it's basically like someone saying, some homophobic person, and I'm a homophobic person myself, so at the end of the day I couldn't really give a fuck what they say, but they said, go to Russia 3 months, you would be killed. Well, no, I wouldn't be killed, because 1, I'm homophobic, 2, I'm not gay, and 3, I would just stand up for the straight community over there, and I would tell them, from my experience of a gay man, everything. I would cover everything. I'd even speak to Putin about it, and I'd tell him how LGBT people have wrecked my life. But here in the UK, it's exploded into this great big old freak show free-for-all. You know what I mean? I watched RuPaul's Drag Race last night, because I watch it sometimes. But I have seen what this world has become. And it's not pretty. This world has become a very dangerous place very, very quickly. And we are that close to God. He's coming back soon. Doesn't it look beautiful? He's coming back soon. Our one almighty creator is coming back. Thank God for that. You're probably saying, thank God for that. I have him in my window, it looks beautiful. But I went to church when I was in Edinburgh and I prayed in front of him. And I said to him, God, I'm so sorry for all my sins. I'm so sorry for what I've done. And he basically, I asked him to forgive me for my sins. And he has. And I feel good, because I don't know what it was, but for a very long time after doing drugs, I have had this demonic entity inside of me. And thank God I went to church recently, and God has been able to heal my soul, heal my heart, and expel it out of me. Do you know what I mean? I actually feel really, really good now. I feel really good. I came out of hospital a few days because I haven't been well at the moment. I come down with some really bad, I almost had pneumonia, they told me, but it's all good, I'm better now, and it's all because I've got a condition of my heart, and it's because I'm too scared to eat too much, or I'm too scared to drink too much, because it basically kicks my heart condition off, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I brought this man into my life, and I simply urge all the gay men out there who are watching this video to simply get your life in order. and go to him, because he is the only answer. He will help you. You know what I mean? I used to mix with gay men all the time. What do? Suck dick all the time. Fuck each other up the arse. Drink each other's piss and cum all the time. Do you think that's healthy? No. But who do we have? Those type of people that work in Starbucks, that work in hairdressers, fondling another woman's hair, getting close to a woman in a hairdresser's, getting up and personal, touching all their hair, going through everything. I refuse, point blankly, to be served by anybody that is gay now. If I go into like a Starbucks and there was a gay person there and they're serving, don't want them serving me, because I know their dirty hands haven't been all over my shit that I'm trying to order. You know what I mean? Telling you the truth, guys. I am telling you the truth. I do not like gay men because they are rude, vile, bitter, narcissistic, twisted, evil people. And I don't have time for them anymore in my life. I really don't. The newest thing that they seem to be greedy of is money. You might as well go and throw your money on the fire if you are giving gifts to TikTok, or gifts to gay men on TikTok, or gifts to fucking Jeffree Star. Do not get me started on him. He is an abomination. Abomination would be an understatement for Jeffree Star. He is the devil's work. Let me tell you that now. Because anybody in the past that has tried to come for him, he shut them down. But now, people, thank God, are taking a stand, like the straight community, because I agree with the straight community now, and they are saying enough is enough. Stop brainwashing our fucking children. Leave our kids alone. Stop bringing our children up into all this shit and this madness and all this crap, because they don't want to know. You know what I mean? If I had my own children, I would not bring them anywhere near LGBT, regardless if it was accepting or not. Regardless, it could be as colourful as a fucking Katy Perry rainbow for all I care. I would not bring my child into it. Why? Because it's dangerous. Because they would clearly play with my children's head and put thoughts into their head that weren't there in the first place. And that's exactly what LGBT is doing to this day. Putting thoughts into children's heads. Going into schools. Reading nursery rhymes to fucking children. But who are these people? Adults, such as men, dressed up in a woman's wig, with a beard, with all this fucking spray paint on, with all this makeup on. And the government here in the UK sits back and allows it for 17 years. Well, guess what? There's going to be a World War III soon. And I'm all for it. Because LGBT, would I say it's caused the hatred in this world? Would I say it's causing people to get angry, especially the straight community? Yes, because there's straight community out there watching this that are normal people, are trying to go about their everyday lives with their children, and they are trying to make a living. They are trying to do the best that they can for their own children. But what have we got come along? Oh, the fucking LGBT clown circus comes along. And what do? Or they start getting angry. They start kicking off. They start creating antisocial behaviour. Do you think these people are normal in the head? No, they're not. I'll give you a prime example. There's this guy I'm not naming for legal reasons, but he lives in Scotland, and I reported him to the ASPCA last week. But he was caught by me on a TikTok video abusing his puppy on the chair. He blew basically fucking sirens, bro. He basically blew cold air into this puppy's eyes. He's got two puppies. One is like a Labrador, and the other one is like a pug poodle kind of dog, right? But he was hurting the dog, and he just sat there. He's got these fucking pathetic eyebrows tattooed on, and he just looked into the camera on the live, and he's just like this. No regard in the world for that little puppy's feelings. No regard for that animal. You know what I mean? And there was people in the live that were supporting this gay bloke whilst the gay bloke has got this hairdryer in this puppy's face for about an hour on cold, and this puppy's doing this with his own paw. The puppy, bruv, is trying to get out of the way. Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting. But the new latest thing is that, and the scariest trend, is that gay men are now taking all the straight men, bruv. That is the new latest trend. So females can't get straight blokes. It's all the gay men taking the straight men. But then you can't win because the gay men are taking all the men in the world. That's how fucked up, that's how delusional it's become. That is the God's honest truth. It is the devil's work. And I refuse to have anything to do with LGBT because 1, I don't want my head fucked up again, as in mentally. 2, I don't want all these weird psychotic voices and demonic shit that I had going on a while ago. And 3, being gay, sinning, actually invites evil in. It invites the paranormal in. I've just watched Lady Gaga's massive performance that she did at Wembley, I believe, or something like that. There is just no hope in this world anymore. It's scary what the UK's become, and all over the world globally. You can just walk down the road now as a man in a woman wearing a woman's fucking pink skirt. That's fine, but wait until people start waking up. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? People are starting to wake up. You know what I mean? Especially the straight community. And I say good. You know what I mean? Don't go and attack people out on the street. I'm not asking people to attack anyone that is gay because that is wrong. But if they are deliberately pushing it into children's faces and they are going out there just constantly pushing it into people's faces, that is a big, big no-no. A big, big no-no. Children weren't ever brought up to be like that. We are 2025. I wish I lived still back in 1989 when I was first born. My birthday is the 30th of March 1989. And I was born on the 30th of March 1989. But yeah, I just have seen what LGBT has done to people, and it's not a nice thing. It's all about this. It's all about greed. It's all about money, 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 money. They do not care about anybody else as long as they're getting money. There's this gay bloke that I used to see ages ago back in Birmingham, good friends of Benefits, and he lived in a converted castle, and he was a tech engineer / computer engineer. And then he pushed it all into my face how much money he got. He showed me his brand new house, his brand new modern build castle that he was having built. And I just thought, why are you showing me this? At the time, I was homeless. He knows I was on benefits, right? I give him his dues. He invited me into his home. I sat in the living room in his grand fucking dining room having champagne. This is when I used to go to gay chemsex sessions, but I never go to them anymore. This is when I was sat near a butler in his dining room. A butler in his dining room. He's about 58 years old. Lovely guy. But I just thought, why are you telling me this? Do I really need to know this? But do you want to know the sad thing about gay men? Regardless if you've got a family or not. I don't have any family. I've got no friends. I've got a few friends. A few new friends now where I am, which is great. But do you want to know a sad thing about LGBT people? Who do you think is going to be there for you when you die? Do you really think all of your family is going to turn up when you die? Probably not. Even though they accept you for being you and your flamboyant lifestyle and your gay self, do they really want to turn up at your funeral? Possibly not. Sad but true. LGBT needs to find peace in God, and I've found peace recently. And I'm glad I found peace. I go to church a lot, guys, and you will see a lot more videos on my YouTube channel of me going to church and me enjoying myself in church. I actually plan to join church full-time very soon. A couple of years ago when I was in London, I actually had an exorcism. And it was amazing. I will go to London one day and possibly have like a full-blown exorcism, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was lovely to have that. It was lovely to have that because I could actually feel the relief, and the actual two ladies that came out of the church and give me the exorcism, they could tell me they noticed a difference in me straight away. Like after they'd done the exorcism, they said to me they could see my face was glowing. I felt good. My eyesight changed. My eyes were a lot clearer. I could see clearly. So yeah, he is our one almighty creator. Do you know what I mean? Would I say I'm gay? No. Would I still suck dick once in a black moon? Yeah, I would, because I'm a female deep down. What am I attracted to deep down? Well, I'm attracted to now straight men. Not because I'm transgender, not because I'm a freak. That's what I'm attracted to. You know what I mean? Gay men don't do anything for me. So, a bit like with other gay men in the LGBT community, they realise that all gay men are is two fucking bitchy queens. That's all LGBT people are. It's two, say for argument's sake, two gay men are exactly like two bitchy females that constantly bitch all the time. But they get attracted to each other. They want to have a relationship with each other. But no, it don't ever work out. Why? Because they're too fucking bitchy. They're too fucking toxic. You got your answer. If anybody out there that don't like this video, don't fucking watch it. It's that simple. Do you know what I mean? But this world, there is no help on it sometimes, because the devil is here to shut everybody out. I tried to make several videos for my TikTok talking about LGBT. Not LGBT, on the live, sorry. I actually said this on a live video on TikTok. And they instantly tried to, I got like my live access removed and all of that for a few weeks, but ages ago. But I'm only speaking the truth. Why should we shut him out? He's our creator. You know what I mean? Now we've got these big artists like Lady Gaga. And she calls gay men her little monsters. Exactly. Because it's true. Lady Gaga, you got that right. Gay men are monsters. Half of them are perverts. Half of them are weirdos. And not right in the head. I went to... I saw on the news last night, there's been recently a transgendered man arrested in Scotland. In Scotland? Because he went to go and have sex with a straight man. The straight man ended up traumatised because as he went to have sex, he went to put his penis in the guy. Oh yeah. And he freaked out because this trans person was forcing the straight lad to have consensual sex with him, and he agreed to so much. But this is just madness. Do I think half the LGBT people deserve to be in prison and chucked away for the key for a very long time? Oh yes. Do I think things in the world will eventually improve for LGBT if things get banned? Oh yeah. Why do you think Russia is, let's just say all these years has kept calm, but now they're literally attacking people and attacking continents and attacking and bombing fucking like Poland and bombing America? Well, there was bombing America, weren't they? They flew some drones, didn't they? By accident, and then said it was a military operation. Why do you think fucking Putin is bombing places? Because he's pissed off. Because he's trying to wake people up. But I don't think the amount of bombing he's caused in Ukraine and on Zelensky is fair whatsoever. You just don't do that to somebody, especially if they're innocent and they've done nothing. Putin is not a very nice person. Putin is homophobic. That's fine. I agree with that. Putin is racist. I don't agree with that. Everybody should try and be equal. But now I can honestly say, guys, categorically, hand on heart, it's not about equality. It's far from it. It's far from equality. It's all about control. Have you seen what the fucking governments are doing at the moment with all this digital ID? Who do you think that came up with that idea? Puffs. Control, 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 control. Gay men in 2025, I've seen it on TikTok. Gay couples, lesbians, They're living a high life. They're living in a fucking luxurious mansion. They're living in guarded protection. You know what I mean? I went and saw this guy ages ago in Birmingham. That was a retired history teacher. That's it. Why do you need to live in modern accommodation that is protected by a 24-hour security guard? You tell me. Why do you need that type of accommodation for? If you're doing nothing wrong and you're a 68-year-old man, because that's how old he was, why do you need to live in a really posh building like an Art Deco gallery with a 24-hour concierge and a 24-hour security guard at the main entrance? Am I speaking sense here, guys? I think I am. You know what I mean? Maybe he likes the extra security. Maybe. Did he have lots of expensive things in his flat? Oh my God, he did. Like, yeah. Let me tell you now, gay men have a lot of expensive things. A lot of expensive things. I don't anymore because I chucked it all out. I've had to start again. I had £81,245 worth of door closer collection, but I had to chuck it all out. When I fled violence from Edinburgh, I had to chuck it all out. So, yeah. We'll start again. But, yeah, honestly, guys, hand on heart, what has LGBT done to me? Just wrecked my life. Wrecked my life totally. Spoken down to me, they treat you like shit. Gay men in the street, if they see you, they look at you like shit with their boyfriends. And I'm just like, do you know what? I will knock anybody out, especially a gay person, that disrespects me again. Because, do you know what? I don't have to put up with that. And I'm not going to. You hear it, puffs? Good. Loud and clear. Glad you did. It made me laugh recently when Pipeworks tried to ban me. Well, they put my membership on hold because of some altercation that happened there. About nothing. They didn't like me having 2,800 of their songs, which is all on Mixcloud. I've got every single song to do with this venue in Glasgow called Pipeworks, which is a gay sauna. Don't go there, not a very nice place at all. Run by a very stuck-up manager. Not very nice. I moaned because the music was too loud in the main venue and my ears were like literally bleeding from the fucking sound of how loud the music was when I was in the basement. And he was like, oh, no. It's all set different levels for different... No, it's not set different levels, mate. You know it's not. Because as soon as this absolute retard came and puffed Barbie doll boy, Bimbo, that's what I call him, he basically dissed me out of sight. He didn't even cook my cheese and ham panini that warm. You know what I mean? He's very rude to customers. Extremely rude. Very, very rude indeed. There was a guy I was with at the time and he was horrible towards him. Horrible. And the guy that I was with at the time nearly kicked off at him over the counter. Because there was no need for him to talk like so shit like to him. Do you know what I mean? But he did. Have I ever stepped foot in a gay bar for a few years? No, I haven't. Will I go there to drink? Yes. Would I go there to socialise? Yes. Would I fully get myself involved in a committed relationship with a gay man? No. No. Thumbs up, please, guys. If you like this video and I'm making sense. I'm doing what's right for our government. I'm doing what's right for our children, and I'm doing what's right for the straight population. We need to all start opening our eyes and common sense at the end of the day. Bit like when Donald Trump rolled those books back in America for the gay marriage and in the Equality Act. Good. As soon as they do it here in the UK, the better. Because they need to do something soon. Because the world's falling apart. He set LA on fire. He made his mark. You know what I mean? We're living in revelation. We're living in really scary times. The world is a mess at the moment. Children don't know how to grow up and children don't know what they are. But what we got in the background? Gay men sucking each other, fucking each other, going to gay chems parties, taking drugs, ignored by the police because they think they're higher than the police. Well, the devil is higher than the police, isn't it? Yeah. Police have been brainwashed in Norwich. Police have got fucking rainbow gay police cars. There is just no helping anyone anymore. It's like they've been put into this great big huge fucking rainbow gay trance. That is the truth. the LGBT flag. I used to love it when I was younger because it was colourful. But it drew me in for all the wrong reasons. It drew me into drama. It drew me into fights with other gay men. It drew me into, not physical fights, just verbal. It drew me into a world of uncertainty. My mental health declined. My mental health took a backflip. You know, but now I've reached out to him, I actually feel good. I actually feel sane. I'm not fucked in the head like some puffs out there say I am. Fair enough, I've been through a tough time and I've got a bad past and I used to take drugs. And yeah, I did cause myself a little bit of brain damage because they actually done some brain scans and found some damage on my brain. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting better, but I will never be fully myself. I've only just recently, my cognitive function as well. If you do so many drugs as well in particular, my cognitive function over the years has been so slow because I used to get myself that fucking high, that intoxicated, that my body could not take it. But now recently, I've started waking up. I woke up, I smelt the coffee, and ever since I had those COVID vaccinations, I can honestly say, one hand on the heart, that changed me. That changed my DNA. I think a lot of reason why LGBT people, especially gay men, didn't want that vaccine is because they knew that it would change them or it would do something to them. Do you know the God's honest truth? I bet you some of the gay men out there, comment in the comments if you wish, that have gone out there and actively had the COVID vaccinations, tell me if that hasn't changed you. I'm alright now, but I used to feel so sick and just empty. I was not attracted to another man after I had that third or fourth Pfizer vaccine. Because I haven't even got the feelings, all those strong sexual feelings of men anymore. You know what I mean? I think men that snog other men is absolutely disgusting. But look what the world has now been brought up and made up on. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift is another one. She's an absolute wrong'un. Who does she start embracing at the start of 2015, 2014? LGBT. Coming out with songs such as You Need to Calm Down. Now she's took a fucking nosedive. Now we're seeing her latest song, which is completely different to You Need to Calm Down. She doesn't hardly have any more gay dancers or gay background dancers in her videos anymore. And now she's turned to this kind of hero with this fucking bollocks kind of like Marilyn Rouge kind of like fucking old 1960s theme to her music tracks. And then she sings God Help Us. Well, I'm not surprised, Taylor Swift. If you wouldn't have supported LGBT in the first place and fucking come out with all those shitty songs that you came out with to support LGBT, then we wouldn't be in the state that we are now, are we? Same with Lady Gaga. If she fucked off out of the scene and, I don't know, CMA Records or whoever it was dropped her, we wouldn't be having abracadabra. I mean, talk about brainwashing. Talk about forcing out the devil. Put it this way. The devil is all among us. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you something now, and it might scare you, and you might even chuck them out. They are the devil's work. That's a door closer. They close the doors. But that is part of the devil's work. Because you can close a door with one hand or with one arm, quite easy. But what does that do for you? It closes slowly, automatically. It latches the door automatically. It's the devil's work. I should know because when I had my 1,000 door closer collection, which I don't have anymore because I chucked them all out, unfortunately, there was a spirit that came out of my door closer collection and made itself known in my bathroom, but yeah, talk about that in a different video. But yeah, guys, we're living in very dangerous, perilous times. There is pestilences, there is famines, there are wars. This world is going to go off with a bang soon. Thanks for watching, guys. And give this video a like if you support my story. To all the people out there that support LGBT or that are gay, I strongly recommend that you go and find yourself. You do right in life. You go to church. And to anybody that is in the closet or coming out of the closet or wanting to be gay, I'm not going to judge you. It's your life. You do what you want to do. But all I'm going to say is, you will suffer in the long run, and you will be sadly disappointed. Don't let that devil destroy you like it has me. Don't let that devil rip your life apart. Years and years ago, I got sent to prison because I used to take that many drugs and got that high intoxicated. I threatened to blow up Birmingham City Hospital years ago, which I never meant to say. I said that when I was angry and I was high on drugs. So I've learned from the past. I've had a tough time, but now I've come out the other person. I know that I brought God into my life. It's actually quite peaceful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.